In the previous video, we discussed the journal entries to be written in the books of drawer. Now we will discuss journal entries to be written in the books of drawee, one who accepts the bill. So you write the heading entries in the books of drawee. It is just the reverse of what we wrote in the books of drawer. So drawee means in that previous example, drawee's name is Rahul, to whom we sold goods. So in Rahul's books, that means now we are going to think from Rahul's point of view. So in Rahul's books, he is the purchaser of goods and he purchased on credit basis. So what's the journal entry when someone purchases on credit? If you are Rahul, what will be your entry? It will be purchases account debtor to creditors account, because we haven't made the payment. So to creditors we'll write, and GST also we'll charge. So it is actually the reverse of this first entry. Here it was debtors, debtor to sales. Now when you write in the books of Rahul, that is in the books of drawee, you can write the first entry for purchases. So that is purchases. In that example, drawee is Rahul, just for you to understand. Purchases account debtor to creditor, creditors account. Here the creditor's name is Rahul, but specimen entry you just write creditor itself. Then, sorry, not output, see GST. Since it is purchased goods, we have to charge input GST. So here we will debit input C GST account, input SGST account, then input IGST. All three will not come together, that you also know, to creditors account. Okay, so that's the first entry. Then the second entry in the books of drawer, we wrote like bills receivable debtor to debtors. That means we are getting the bill, whereas from Rahul's point of view, he is giving the bill. So that is bills payable, and to whom he is giving? To creditors he is giving. So it will be creditors account debtor to, we know that bills payable is a liability and which is to be credited. Okay, why did we debit creditors? Because we are giving them something. It's not cash. The usual entry will be creditors debtor to cash when you make the payment to creditors. But since here we are not giving them cash, we are giving them a document called bills payable. So that will be creditors account debtor to bills payable. Don't get confused like why creditors getting debited. Yes, of course, creditors is a liability. We credited them first, being a liability. But now we are giving them something, so they will get cancelled. So creditors will get debited. Instead of giving them cash, what are we giving? To bills payable. What we give is bills payable, that we credited. Okay. The next is Rahul finally will make the payment. That time what will be the entry? Bills payable will get cancelled. So it will be bills payable account debtor to cash or bank. Okay, so these are the journal entries to be written in the books of drawee. So now we discuss the journal entries in the books of drawer and in the books of drawee. Next heading you can give bill of exchange, how dealt and accounted. Okay, bill of exchange, how dealt and accounted. That means the holder of the bill has 4 options to deal with bill of exchange. Who is the holder? Holder means the drawer of the bill has 4 options. First option is he can retain the bill till the date of maturity. That means the firm A Limited can wait for Rahul to make the payment. Till the due date they can wait. That is one option. Second option is if they are in need of money, they can go to bank, get it discounted. So second option is bill discounting. They can do bill discounting with that same bill. Okay. Third option is they can endorse this bill to their creditor or to a third party. Endorsement means transferring. I'll come into detail into these topics later. So now you just learn the headings. Endorse the bill to a creditor. Endorsing means transfer the bill to a creditor. The fourth one is you can send this bill for collection. Understood? So these are the 4 steps or 4 ways in which the holder can deal with the bill, or the holder can make use of the bill in these 4 ways. So you can write all those headings. You give the heading, bill of exchange, how dealt and accounted. First one, you give the heading, retaining the bill till the date of maturity. It's there in your textbook, page number 16.8. Okay, we are going to discuss each of these topics. So give the headings, retaining the bill till the date of maturity. Second one, discounting the bill with the bank. Third one, endorsing the bill to a creditor or a third party. And fourth one is send the bill for collection. Okay, now you again write the first one. We will discuss in detail the first topic, that is retaining the bill till the date of maturity. So when you retain, when the firm is retaining the bill till the date of maturity, what are the entries you will have to write in the books of drawer and in the books of drawing? The same entries that we discussed just now. Understood? Because there we sold goods, then we got the bill, then we are waiting till the date of maturity. And on the date of maturity, when you get the amount, in the books of drawer you wrote cash account debtor to bills receivable. In the books of drawer you wrote bills payable debtor to cash. So what all entries that we discussed now, that will come under this first category, because we are retaining it till the maturity date or the due date. Okay. So again, you need not write the entries. It's the same thing as we discussed above. What you can do now is, we will do illustration number 2. Okay. On 1st April 2019, Ram sold goods to Mohan for ₹50,000. On the same date, Mohan accepted a bill drawn upon him by Ram at 3 months. So Ram is selling the goods to Mohan and Mohan is accepting. So who is drawee? First of all, you have to identify that. Mohan is accepting the bill, so Mohan is drawee and Ram is drawer. On the due date, the bill was met. Give journal entries in books of both parties. The basic entries that we discussed will be writing. And they have asked to ignore GST. So it's easy, just the common entries you have to write. Give the heading journal, and you must write one more thing. This is books of, first we will write in the books of Ram, that is drawer. Okay. So you have to write the heading like this in the books of Ram, drawer. That's the journal entry we are going to write. First one, Ram means the person who is selling goods, and we are selling on 1st April. We will write the date also. So 2019 April 1st. When you sell goods to, who's the person? Mohan, that's on credit. You can write the basic entry and ignore GST. Mohan's account debtor to sales account. Narration, you can write goods sold on credit. And the amount is 50,000. Then next, what is happening? Are we getting the amount from Mohan? No, we are getting a bills receivable. So we will write bills receivable account debtor to Mohan's account. Amount is the same. We are receiving it from Mohan, so entry will be bills receivable debtor to. Bills receivable, it's an asset, so we are debiting it. Mohan is getting cancelled. Earlier we debited, so now we are cancelling him. Since we received something from him, though not cash, so we cancelled Mohan. Then you can write received bills receivable. That's enough. Then finally, when you get the payment, it's written like on the due date the bill was met. Okay, the date is not specified actually, but it is written like on the same date Mohan accepted a bill drawn upon him by Ram at 3 months. So that will be, we are drawing on 1st April, May, June. It is written there like July 4th. It's okay even if you write June, because 3 months means you can write June also, there is no problem. So 3 months, if in case they specify the date, you can write the same date, or else 3 months you can just compute and write. And finally, when you get the payment, what will be the journal entry? It will be like cash account debtor to bills receivable. Received the amount. Okay, cash account debtor to bills receivable, the amount is same, 50,000. Then we are going to write journal in the books of Mohan, that is drawing. See, it's not compulsory like you have to write in capital letters. Journal, normally you will be writing in capital letters. This thing you can write in running letters also, no problem, but heading must be there. So now we are going to think from the purchaser point of view. The dates will be same. We are starting on 1st April 2019. So that is purchases account debtor to. Here also we can ignore GST. So purchases account debtor to Ram's account, the same amount, just the reverse of previous journal. Then what happens? Now we are the purchaser, we purchase goods. Are we paying them cash? No, we are going to give them bills payable. So Ram is given bills payable. So Ram's account debtor to, don't write to cash, you must write to bills payable. It's the same amount. Gave acceptance, or you can write gave bills payable, that's also fine. Finally, he will make the payment, that is bills payable will get cancelled. So it is bills payable account debtor to, it's the same amount. You can write the narration like paid the amount or paid the bill. So these are the transactions to be written in the books of drawer. and drawee. So that is one option which the holder can make use of, that is retaining the bill till the date of maturity. The second option, you give the heading discount the bill with the bank. Okay, that is the second option we are going to discuss. Discount the bill with the bank. That means till the date of maturity he is not waiting, A Limited is not waiting. They are going to discount the bill, get the amount from the bank. And we know that in that previous example, the first example, I think, okay, you take the amount 10,000. A Limited sold to Rahul, the same thing. That first amount I don't remember, now just take it as 10,000. Okay. So if we sold to Rahul for rupees 10,000, we are giving this bill to the bank. Will we get entire 10,000 from bank? No. Bank will be deducting something like bank charges or discounting charges. It is to be termed as discounting charges. Okay. Now how bank is going to charge the discount amount, or how bank is going to deduct that amount? The calculation is like this. Suppose the discounting rate is 12%. Suppose the rate of interest or the discounting rate of interest is 12%. And the agreement between A Limited and Rahul is that Rahul will make the payment after 3 months. Okay. So that is the agreement, suppose. The calculation for discounting charges will be like this. That is, on this 10,000 we will compute the discounting rate of interest 12%. Consider the time period also, that is 3 months. Understood? So rupees 300 will be the discounting charges. Okay. So what we have to consider is the discounting rate of interest, and the period also is very much important. Then always you must remember one thing, discounting charges will be computed only on the remaining period of bill. What is the meaning of remaining period of the bill? That also you have to consider, that remaining period of the bill. Meaning is, suppose we discounted this bill with the bank only after 1 month. Okay, today we got the bill from Rahul, but only after 1 month we are discounting this bill with the bank. So when you compute this discounting charges, that is 10,000 into 12% into, can you write 3 by 12? No, you have discounted this bill only after 1 month. Then how many more months you have till the date of maturity? It is only 2 months. Understood? So that amount will be 200, not 300. So always you have to remember one thing, discounting charges must be computed only on the remaining period of bill. If you are discounting it after 2 months, then the time period here will be 1 by 12. So consider only the balance number of months till the date of maturity. I hope it's clear to you. Okay. Now we will discuss the entries to be written. That means under second case, entries to be written in the books of drawer and drawee. You give the heading in the books of drawer. I hope you have written the main heading already. Then in the books of drawer, that means A Limited is the drawer in this example. What are we going to do? We are going to discount this bill with the bank. So when you discount it with the bank, what are we getting? The drawer. We are going to write the entries in the books of drawer, and the drawer will be getting cash, isn't it? So it is cash account debtor. Then they are taking some discounting charges, which is an expense for us. For the firm, it is an expense, we will debit it. So discounting charges account debtor. 2. What are we giving them? What are we giving the bank? The bills receivable. Understood? So this is the entry in the books of drawer, cash account debtor, discounting charges account debtor, 2 bills receivable. So we got cash, discounting charges they are taking, it's an expense for us, we debited it, we are giving the bank that bills receivable, that bill we are giving them. Okay, that's the entry to be written in the drawer. Then in the books of drawee, only one entry is there, I mean at the time of discounting. In the books of drawee means Rahul. Is Rahul having any connection with bill discounting? No, he might not be aware of this process, isn't it? Because we, the firm, discounted it with the bank, we got the amount. Now Rahul is not involved in that transaction. So nothing will be recorded regarding this discounting of bill in Rahul's books. But on the date of maturity, after 3 months, on the date of maturity, we have to make the payment to bank, isn't it? But that time, who will make the payment? Rahul will make the payment directly to bank. So that time in Rahul's books, the entry will be like bills payable debtor to. That means Rahul is having something like bills payable and he is making the payment. So it is bills payable account debtor to cash or bank. That's the same entry that we discussed in the books of drawee. That means the basic entry you remember. In the previous case in the books of drawee, we had a third entry, that is bills payable debtor to cash. When he makes the payment, it is the same. Understood? So you don't have to study anything extra for drawee's books. It is the same thing. For discounting of bill, he is not having any connection because Rahul is not involved in that transaction. He'll just make the payment on the date of maturity and the entry is same like your previous case, bills payable debtor to cash or bank. Okay. So these are the entries to be written in the books of drawer and drawee when a bill is discounted with the bank. And you have to remember that discounting charges calculation, consider the time period, I mean the remaining months only you will have to consider.